Happy Friday. It is parlay time. Let's get after it. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back into another episode for Just a Bet Outside, the Friday Parlay Show, baby. I can't wait. Before we dive in, I know all you guys care about is the pie to the face. It's not happening. Do you know why? Because I was profitable. I know you're asking, well, how much profit did you make? It was 0.03 units, baby, to the plus. I will take it. No pie to my face today. Thank goodness. I can't believe how close it came. It was insane. Those two added plays I had today really helped out. So we had a 3 and 2 day, up 0.03 units, 0.04 away from a pie to my face. That's right. So, anyways, barely profitable. No pie. We'll take it. We got a big show for you today. We got lots of good hitter matchups, lots of good pitcher matchups. We got our three MLB best bets today. And then the Friday parlay, it is a plus 396 special, baby. That's right. Real quick, I just have to talk about it. That Cardinals Dodgers game was absolutely insane. The Cardinals hit 7 home runs. That's right, 7 of them. Freddie Freeman hit a grand slam, which also happened to be his 300th career home run. So congrats to him. That's pretty cool. And then all that other stuff that happened today was that the bullpen of the Orioles choked away my freaking win. But anyways, that's all right. 3 and 2 day. Ho hum. Before we dive into the bets recap, be sure to smash that like button. Leave a comment like you guys are all doing. I want a crazy Friday show. I want a ton of comments. Let me know a good parlay for Friday. I might tail some of you guys. Hear my voice going out. That's right. It's late. It happens. But yeah, leave a comment. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. I want to hit 4K by the end of the month. We may not do it, but you know what? I'm going to set my goals high. So let's try it. Thank you guys for all the support so far. I want to hear all your best bets. I want to get some winners Friday. I'm ready to gamble. Hopefully, you guys are too. So, we got a lot to get to. So, let's get right after it. Bets recap. Let's go. There it is. Look at that. Plus 0.03. Orioles money line. Screw you, Orioles bullpen. Those bullpen arms came in not ready. Walking batters, hitting batters. It's just a pet peeve of mine in baseball. Be ready to throw and throw strikes. Anyways, Arenado and Rizzo 1+ hit. Well, I thought I was stealing, but apparently I wasn't. Rizzo sucked and didn't get one hit. Couldn't believe it. He just did not get a hit. Arenado got the job done though. Over 8.5 Dodgers Cardinals. They scored 58 runs, I think, and they're still scoring right now as we speak. Judge 1+ RBI at plus 145. I gave the description of that in my post that I had in the YouTube video and in Discord. Another winner for Judge. He's been on a roll, just like Nolan Arenado, who keeps getting an RBI every single game. My only regret is that I bet a half unit on each instead of a full. Otherwise, it would have been a really good day. So that's just my fault. But either way, that's 2+ money hits right there. I will take it. 3 and 2. It's time to get after it. I want to sweep this Friday. I want a huge day to end the week. Now let's start with those good hitter matchups. All right, here we go. We got 8 good hitter matchups today. Let's start out with Freddie Freeman. He's on here every single day. 10 for 33, 3 doubles, and 1 bomb versus Steven Matz. Xander Bogaerts, 7 for 23, 3 home runs versus James Paxton. Then JT Realmuto, 7 for 20, all singles versus Stroman. That's right, all singles. Kevin Kiermaier, 6 for 19 with 3 doubles versus Kyle Gibson. Kiermaier's like a 9 hitter. You may never see him on this list again, to be honest with you. Josh Bell, 6 for 14 with 2 doubles versus Carlos Carrasco, Tabasco Carrasco. And then we got Jacob Stallings, 7 for 12, 1 home run versus Desclafani. He's a catcher for the Marlins, for those of you who have no idea who Jacob Stallings is. Not a big name guy. Andrew Vaughn, 4 for 11, 2 doubles versus Zach Greinke, the 87-year-old. And then this last one, he only has 9 at bats, but we got to include it. Ryan Mountcastle is 4 for 9 with 3 home runs versus Kikuchi. That's right, 3 of his 4 hits are home runs. So I wanted to include it. Anyways, those are the good hitting matchups. Let's move over to the pitchers. All right, here we go. We have 6 good pitcher strikeout matchups. Let's start out with Mr. Zach Gallen versus the Pirates. Pirates' third highest K percentage versus righties in the last month at 25.1%. Zach Gallen, we will talk about him later. 70 Ks in 57.1 innings. Then Martin Perez versus the Rockies. Rockies' fifth highest K percentage on the road versus lefties in the last month. I know you think that's very specific, but the Colorado, Coors Field, it's way different. So I want to make sure to see what they were on the road. Fifth highest K percentage versus lefties. Perez, 31 Ks in 42.1 innings, so not a ton of Ks, but he also hasn't pitched at home a lot. So this will be, I think, his third start at home. All right, Brandon Bilak, I don't know his name. He hasn't been in the majors that long. Playing against the A's. The A's have the highest K percentage versus righties in the last month. Bilak has 10 Ks in 13.2 innings. He only has 3 starts. He had 6 one game, 0 one game, and 4 strikeouts another. And then Michael Kopech, a guy that is hard to trust sometimes, versus the Royals. Royals have the fourth highest K percentage versus righties in the last month. And they're actually the highest K. They have the highest K percentage on the road versus righties. So just something to keep in mind. Kopech, 41 Ks and 42.1 innings. Next one, Reed Detmers versus the Twins. Twins have the second highest K percentage versus lefties in the last month at 27.3%. Detmers is actually a good strikeout pitcher, 41 Ks in 35 innings. So they have the second highest K rate. Against the first and the third highest K rate teams versus lefties, he had 6 strikeouts and 7 strikeouts. That was against the Brewers and the M's, just to kind of give you an idea. Last one, James Paxton, the ex-Mariner versus the Padres. Padres have the sixth highest K percentage versus lefties at 25.1%. Paxton, he's only had 1 start, 9 Ks in 5 innings. So he signed a contract with the Mariners in 2022, decided to pitch 1 inning and then get hurt. That was fun. So, anyways, not a huge sample size. We'll talk a little bit more about that later as well. But those are the best pitcher strikeout matchups. Now it's time. 3 Major League Baseball best bets and a nice Friday parlay. Let's go. All right, here we go. Game number one, the Baltimore Orioles versus the Toronto Blue Jays. I'm still mad at the Orioles right now. Blue Jays money line minus 145. Orioles money line plus 125 with an over-under of 9 runs. Let's talk about who's on the mound first. Kyle Gibson for the Orioles. 4.67 ERA, a low 16.4% K rate while giving up about 31% hard contact. That is not good. In his last 22 innings, he's given up 15 earned runs. That's right. He's very inconsistent. Those 15 earned runs in the last 3 games in 22 innings were against the Pirates, Royals, and Tigers. So it's not because he was facing elite lineups either. I don't like Gibson. I'm going to be honest with you. He's very inconsistent, more on the bad side than good side. But he just allows a lot of hard contact and doesn't strike out a lot of guys. It's not a good recipe against this Toronto Blue Jays lineup. Now, on the mound for the Blue Jays, the ex-Mariner, Yusei Kikuchi. He's due for some massive negative regression. It's already started to happen a little bit, but he has a 3.89 ERA, but a 5.02 expected ERA. He is giving up an extremely high 34.3% hard contact. That's right. He is under a 4 ERA while giving up 34% hard contact. That's not going to last forever. The one thing he has improved on is his walk rate. If you notice in the last couple of years, that's where he's been struggling, and he's been kind of he's been having a hard time finding a spot in a rotation because of all the walks and hits and everything. But this year he's been a little better with the walks. But other than that, guys, he's given up 11 home runs also. And guess who can hit some home runs off of lefties? It's this Orioles lineup. You got Mountcastle, as we already talked about. You got Adley Rutschman. You got Austin Hayes. He's a stud. Santander. I mean, all those guys. So there's going to be a lot of power. I think Kikuchi's going to get roughed up a little bit. The Orioles have a top 10 hitting team versus lefties. If you look at all the WRC plus, all that kind of stuff, the Orioles hit them well. They drop bombs. My best bet in this game is over 9 runs at minus 112. It looks like on some books it might be even going to 9.5. But I think this is a hit fest, guys. I think the Orioles and Blue Jays, if you want to take the first 5, you could do that. It got a little too high for me. It was at 5.5. I think I even saw 6 in some books. But I like the over 9 because Orioles just used a lot of bullpen arms yesterday and they choked it away. Blue Jays are not that great in their bullpen either, but I think these starting pitchers are going to give up a lot of runs. So my best bet in this game is over 9 runs at minus 112. Let's move on to the next bet. All right, here we go. Game number 2, the Arizona Diamondbacks at the Pittsburgh Pirates. D-backs money line minus 170. Pirates money line plus 145 with a over-under of 7.5 runs, which is pretty low. I have a same game parlay for you in this game. It's going to be Zach Gallen, 6 plus Ks, and the Diamondbacks money line. You put those two together, it is minus 105. Now, let's talk about Gallen 6 plus Ks first. This is an alt line, so it's actually over 6.5. I took it down 1 and made it 6 plus Ks. He struck out 6 or more in 8 of his 9 starts. That's freaking impressive. So, and now he's got just a dream matchup. The Pirates, third highest K percentage in the last month, and the highest K percentage versus righties in the month of May so far. A dream matchup, and all I need him to do is get 6 or more Ks, something he has done in 8 of 9 starts. I love it. If you do not know Zach Gallen right now, he is a Cy Young favorite in the National League. Strider will have something to say about that, but Zach Gallen has been that good. I expect him to pitch deep into this game because the Pirates are a bottom 5 hitting team versus righties. I just love this matchup for Gallen. I think he's going to get 7, 8, 9 Ks. If you want to ladder it, you can. But for the sake of this, I'm going to go 6 plus Ks for Mr. Gallen. And now, D-backs money line. We already know about Gallen. I just told you about it. He's a stud. Low ERA, low hard contact, everything. He's just the man. And now we got Oviedo on the other side. He's a young pitcher for the Pirates. 5.14 ERA. I do think he's due for some positive regression. I will say something good about him. He does have a 4.27 expected ERA. He's been a really good ground ball pitcher, but he's still giving up a lot of hits. He's given up 49 hits in 42 innings this year. So now he's facing the D-backs team. We've talked about him many times before in this video. The D-backs offense versus righties. Second, WRC plus. Fourth in ISO power. And first in OPS, on base plus slugging. It is very impressive. We have a huge starting pitcher matchup or advantage for the D-backs. We have a huge lineup advantage for the D-backs. I love the D-backs to win this game. See, I'm losing my voice again. See, midnight. This is what happens. Anyways, Gallen, 6 plus Ks, D-backs money line. If you want to take that minus 1.5, I was tempted by it. I'm not gonna lie, because they are the road team. They're gonna get 9 full at bats. So, but I'm gonna put these two together, make it minus 105 as my second best bet. Let's move on to that third game. All right, here we go. My third best bet before we get into that Friday parlay. We got the Red Sox at the Padres. By the way, be sure to smash that like button if you haven't already. If you're watching this, just click on it, leave a comment. Appreciate the support. Here we go. Padres money line minus 152. The Red Sox money line plus 128 with an over-under of 8.5 runs. I do not understand this line. We'll get into it. James Paxton is on the mound for the Red Sox. If you don't know who he is, he's an ex-Mariner, like we talked about. When he was healthy, he was pretty legit. Us Mariner fans loved him until he signed a big contract with us. Well, a 1-year contract, but it was a big 1-year contract. Threw 1.1 innings and got hurt for the rest of the year. He has actually only pitched like 26 innings in the last 3 years or something like that. It's just absolutely insane. When healthy, he's good. Right now, he is healthy. He only had 1 start this year. He gave up 2 earned runs in 5 innings and struck out 9 Cardinals hitters. So it was an impressive start. I was a little worried about it. He is kind of a wild card, I will say that. But this Red Sox team is pretty good, especially hitting. So we'll talk more about that. But on the other side is Blake Smelly Snelly, guys. The Padres are 1-7 in his 8 starts. That's right. They do not win games when Blake Snell is on the mound. The Padres are also 2-8 in the last 10. Now Snell, 4.61 ERA, and this is the crazy part. We talk about it all the time. 13.7% walk rate. That is atrocious. 7 walks in his last 12 innings. He's not getting any better with it. So you got Blake Snell, James Paxton, 2 lefties. Honestly, maybe a slight advantage to Blake Snell, but we don't know what we're getting from Paxton. If it's like it's game 1, then maybe advantage Red Sox there. But this Padres team is finding ways to lose. I am taking the Red Sox money line as my best bet at plus 128. Is my underdog bet of the day. I don't get this line. I don't understand how a Padres team who is just massively struggling is minus 152 for this game. It doesn't make any sense. By the way, Manny Machado has a fracture in his hand. He's trying to avoid a DL stint or an IL stint, but he's not playing. I mean, he's one of the best hitters, obviously. They don't have a very deep lineup as it is. So I just don't understand this. If you look at both lineups versus lefties, they're about even. It's nothing special. They're both right around the middle of the league. I just think the Red Sox are playing just a little bit better. I know they haven't been dominating their last 10 games, but I like the Red Sox money line plus 128 as my underdog bet. That is my third and final best bet, and now it is time for that Friday parlay. All right, here we go. It is that time of the week, baby. It is Friday parlay. We have one for plus 396. Let's get into it. Astros minus 1.5. Rangers money line and the over 8.5 in that Dodgers Cardinals game yet again. Let's begin with that Astros minus 1.5. They're playing the A's. Guess who the pitcher is, guys? Walda Chuck could have wood Chuck. That's right, baby. He chucks a lot of wood, and he sucks at pitching. He has a 7.02 ERA, 18% K rate, almost a 12% walk rate. He's given up at least 3 earned runs in 7 of his 8 starts. He is not a good pitcher. The Astros have been hitting the ball a lot better lately. I think their lineup's coming back. Altuve may be back for this game. I don't know if it's official or not, but he's coming back soon, anyways. And then you got, by the way, we know the A's bullpen. Just a bunch of trash cans over there. Sorry, no pun intended. It is an Astros game, but they suck. Brandon Bilak, I don't know. 3.29 ERA in 3 starts. He is due for some negative regression, but it's not happening this game, guys. He is playing the A's, who are absolutely awful against righties. So I think he's going to hold down the fort enough because I think Chuck is going to get absolutely obliterated. I like an Astros team total too if you want to do that, but with that A's bullpen and everything, I think the Astros roll in this game easily. -1.5 is the first part of the parlay. Second one, Rangers money line. That's right, we're staying in the AL West. Martin Perez is on the mound. This is only going to be his third start at home, which is absolutely crazy. He's only had 2 so far. He faced the Phillies and the Yankees in his 2 home starts, and he looked really good. He only gave up 2 earned runs in 11.2 innings. So now he gets a freaking Rockies team that just sucks. They are a bottom 10 hitting team versus lefties on the road. That's right. They suck away from Coors Field. On the mound for the Rockies. Holy crap. Carl Kaufman. I don't know who that is. Maybe he's the son of the owner of Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. I have no idea. But guys, 6 ERA and 270 innings in the minor leagues. So hold on. A 6 ERA in the minors. What is he going to do against a Rangers lineup? Take all the hitting props you want, home run props. The Rangers are going to go off in this game. And behind him is the Rockies bullpen. They also suck. I think the Rangers win this easily. -1.5 is an option if you want to do that. I'm just taking the money line in this game. The third and final part, we're going back to the well. Over 8.5, Dodgers and Cardinals. They just scored 150 runs last night. Now, Tony Gonsolin's on the mound. I know he's a good pitcher, guys. I'm not going to sit here and tell you he is crappy. He's due for a lot of negative regression. No, he is a good pitcher. He was last year, and he has been so far this year. But the Cardinals are just red hot right now. They are number 4 OPS and number 5 ISO power, number 4 WRC plus versus righties in the last month. And just in the month of May, they're the number 1 hitting team versus righties. They are on a tear, and it starts with Mr. Nolan Arenado. So I expect Gonsolin to give up, even if he gives up, 2, 3 runs. I think the Cardinals can hit off the bullpen as well. But the other side of this is Steven Doormats. That's right. He is a doormat, and his last name is Mats for a reason. He is horrendous. 5.62 ERA. He's a lefty. I'm just expecting the Dodgers to just crush him. I know the Dodgers don't hit lefties that well compared to righties. I don't think it freaking matters. They're going to just annihilate him. So if you give me like a 5-4 game, that gets over, and one of these teams has a chance to get 6, 7, 8 runs, or like 14, like the Cardinals just got. So give me over 8.5 in the Dodgers Cardinals. Put those 3 together, plus 396. We are due for a Friday parlay win. So let's get it today. Now let's go to that bets recap. There it is. Over 9, Orioles and Blue Jays at -112. Then the same game parlay, Zach Gallon of Milk, 6 plus Ks, and the D-backs money line at -105. And then the underdog bet of the day, Red Sox money line at +128. And there it is, the Friday parlay. We changed the color of it because we lost the last couple. You got to do something, right? Yeah, that's just a baseball thing. Astros -1.5, Rangers money line over 8.5, Dodgers and Cardinals. Let's get a 4-0 sweep and just roll into the weekend feeling good about it. Anyways, thank you guys for the support. Appreciate it. It's been another fun week, even though I haven't won as much as I wanted to. But we'll do that pie contest again soon. Don't worry. It puts pressure on me, makes me a little better. It's all right. We'll get there. But thanks again for the support. Hope you guys have a great weekend. We're not going to have a video out for Saturday games, but I will probably get a short out. Also, we are 4-1 in our last 5 NBA bets. So hopefully you're checking that out. I put it out in Discord and as a YouTube short. So I'll have another one for tomorrow. So thanks again. We'll talk to you guys later.